Hey guys, what's going on? So today I wanted to make a video about yesterday and why I didn't upload. So basically yesterday I was on my way to my friend's house, doing my usual ride, right? So I was just going down the sidewalk I usually go down, and then there was this like branch or stick or whatever you want to say, but it was like still like caught something, so it was like handlebar height, optimal height. And and so I thought I could just go basically like through it or over it or slightly around it or whatever, what have you. But no, I couldn't. So then that messed up my handlebars. I fell over, and then yeah, that was that. So I hit the ground pretty hard. And next to the sidewalk, there's like this pavement. It's not on the road, but there's this like really rough pavement. And so when I hit the ground, you can see my shirt. It made like all these holes. I don't know how well you can see that. But yeah, so basically, I hit with my left shoulder and my elbow and my arm and basically my whole left side. And so I got back up after that and kind of crawled myself over to a more safe spot and laid myself down, poured water on it and tried to do the best I could without a first aid kit. I was just there, I was just like, give me a minute, I'll be fine, we'll go. And apparently I was not that fine. So I put my arm down, my elbow down on my shorts, and I saw that there was like a good amount of blood there, so I was like, I should probably get a first aid kit and patch this up. And so I decided, since I don't have one, my best bet would be one of the nearby restaurants. So I get up, and it's not very far. It's not even like a half a mile or anything. It's just down the road. So I get up, and then I start walking to the restaurant. And then I go into a Subway, which is there. And I'm like, and then I see someone that I know behind the counter, and I won't give away his name, but it totally doesn't rhyme with Ryan Torter or anything. And so I'm like, hey Ryan, you got a first aid kit? Because I could really use one right about now. And he was like, no, but the guys next door do. I was like, okay, thanks, or whatever. And so I go next door. Next door it's a pizzeria, right? And then I go up to the counter and ask the guy if he has a first aid kit. And he's like, no. But then he says, let me go check in the back. And so then he comes out with his little first aid kit. He doesn't even have like disinfectant, like wipes or anything like that for the cut, um, or anything of the sort, like any gauze or anything. And then one of the cooks comes out from behind and he's like, come with me. And so I do, because like I don't really have many other options. And so thing like takes me into the bathroom, sits me down, starts like patching me up. But then like I start going into shock, like real shock. Like before I could handle it, but now it's like getting a bit woozy. So it was probably because I was at least slightly dehydrated, and also because of the shock or whatever. But everything starts kind of going a bit like blurry and one. And so I'm like, hey, I need to lay down. And so he's like, okay. And so I stand up, and we're gonna go over to to this main area. He's like bringing me there. And then I get like so close to losing consciousness. I'm like almost falling over. This guy's like basically carrying me over to this little I don't know, place where they keep like a bunch of ingredients and stuff, and he just puts all that stuff on the ground, and he's like lay down here, and I do. And then me being the the Boy Scout that I am, I was like, hey, I'm in shock, so I need something to raise my feet to get the blood going back to my heart and my vital organs and stuff. And yeah, of course. And so I mean, that's about as useful as I was. Those guys actually were really helpful, and surprisingly, they knew what to do. And then all those other guys at the counter, they didn't know a thing about first aid at all. But So they basically patched up my elbow, and I called my mom, and my mom came, and then she was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "Mom, it's fine." And so then she took me to my house, where I just lay down, and I was like, "I'll be fine, I'll be fine." And then when my dad came home, he was like, we decided that I should go to the hospital because, you know, my arm might be broken because it kind of hurt moving it. So it was like, I'd rather find out now than in a month when it didn't heal correctly. So then we went to the hospital, and that's where I spent most of my afternoon. You know, they checked me into the emergency room or whatever, and then they did like a standard physical or whatever. And, you know, and they did x-rays and stuff. Nothing was broken, a bunch of like cuts and stuff. It was like, you know, my hands are, like, nothing happened to my hands. And I think that's to my gloves because, this is like some tough leather, and it got roughed up a good bit. Anyway, also the pizzeria guys, they gave me this rag, this sick rag, you know. I had it around my neck, you know, trying to keep everything cool and stuff. And I was like, "Here's your rag," on my way up. You know, I was like leaning over, like about to pass out again. But they're like, "No, you can't keep it." And so anyway, they patched up my elbow, and I just got a couple scratches here, right here, and some more here. Here on my shoulder, I got a bit of a cut too, and so they patched that up. And then I got one right here on my side, and that's bruised really bad. I can sure feel that today, you know. But anyway, you know, what you gonna do? It was like the stupidest fall too. You know, it was so simple to avoid, but I didn't, and I guess I paid the price for that. But you know, we'll get over it. I'll get over it. So, I don't know when I'm gonna be back on the bicycle, you know. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? But I kind of have like restricted movements in my arm. Even though nothing's broken, it's really sore and stuff. So, yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for understanding that, I might need a little bit of time off here. And anyway, I'll see you all next time.